you want to talk about maybe your favorite schedule release video? I heard more complaining about the schedule release than I have in years past. Like almost like people are kind of getting tired of certain stuff. But what was your favorite video?
I don't know what they're getting tired of, Tony. It's just all fun. All the videos were pretty good. I have to go with the Chargers, obviously, because I'm a Chargers fan, and they just absolutely cook everyone every time they drop these scheduled releases. But other than the Chargers, the Rams had a pretty sick one. Did you see the Rams one?
I did not. No.
It was like a GTA style thing. It was like Cooper Kupp and Stafford like driving through all the cities of the teams that they're playing against. It was pretty cool. They had some pretty interesting references on there, like a Back to the Future reference, and they went and time traveled through all the times they beat the Seahawks in recent years. Or they had like a Jurassic Park reference where the eagle was chasing them like in their car, like the T-Rex. But then like Stafford just like puts his arm out and it's like the eagle's tamed. It flies and just like hangs out on his arm.
He's cool learning falconry in the off season. He's just like Caesar in the new the new Planet of the Apes film, which is fantastic, by the way. I thought it was really good. My wife said it was a little boring, but I don't know. I would say that like I really liked the Texans. It's like, or the Titans. If it worked once, like run it back. I thought the callback of they didn't necessarily know the team. It felt a little scripted this time, where they had the callback of like, oh, the team that shouldn't have let go of Kirk Cousins. And it was like the first time it was the Vikings. The second time they did the callback, it was the Washington Commanders. I thought the Buccaneers schedule release was very interesting. It was like artful. It had a very emotional Mike Allstott, who's one of my favorite players of all time. Like people who don't know me, like, and how I like to watch football, it's like couldn't be more jacked for the Harbaugh era, because that is the type of football that I loved growing up, and we're returning to that hopefully. So I'm very excited about it. And then I want to give one shout out to the Patriots, just because Good Will Hunting is like one of my favorite movies, whether it holds up or you do like it or don't like it. It's just one of those movies I saw at the right time, and I thought it was funny and a lot of heart. And Robin Williams is one of my favorite actors of all time. So those are a couple of the other ones that I took note of that I thought were good.
Jurassic Park and Back to the Future is right about where my movie experience and knowledge ends, Tony. So that's why the Rams one was so good to me, because I was like, oh, I can understand all these references. I'm so confused watching them do Jules hunting, whatever the hell they called it.
Did you watch Parks and Rec, the TV show?
Like an episode, and I was like, this kind of stinks.
Because I thought they did an interesting parody of Andy from Parks and Rec. They took Josh Allen into where the new stadium is being constructed.
Oh, I saw that one. Yeah, I kind of understood that. The pit. He went into the pit. Did you see the Dolphins one? The Dolphins one was one of my favorite, just because it was nothing. They just said, we're just going to try and play on this speed thing to get out of doing this homework assignment.
I thought that was actually really genius. Because like they took something that a lot of teams, like you think about the Chargers and some of these other teams that did a lot of production value, and they were like, we're going to have a really good joke. And it's not even like, you could say it was lazy, but at the same time, like, it's just clever. It's like, this is what we're known for. And we're going to get more into talking about the speed when we talk about some matchups that I'm excited to see.
Avoided talking about the Raiders' boring snooze fest of a schedule release video. So Joe could fill us in on it, but
yeah, I think I watched it. I didn't write anything down. I don't remember it.
It was just a reminder that the Raiders exist.
It was the autumn wind, the narration, right? Like kind of slow and not really. Yeah.
It was cool that they included some content creators, though. I will shout them out for that. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, they did like weird voiceovers that didn't match up. Joe Morley's back. Joe, did you want to talk about any of the schedule release videos or the Raiders before we move into our first topic?
Yeah, the best schedule release came out from the Raiders. I don't know if you guys saw it, that we put it out. Content creators put it out there. It was way better than the one that the Raiders.
Oh, I saw that one. That one was better. And I was in that one too. Like the Raiders fans included me in their schedule release video, Tony.
Oh, I did not see the fans had a version.
Yeah.
We just basically called each other like, the schedule's out, blah, blah, blah. The Raider one was okay, but it's more like, and the Raiders have dropped like two other ones afterwards, or two or three other ones afterwards. maybe because of the backlash. But like, it was just weird. Like, I think them and was it Tampa Bay? They did like pump up like week ones. And it's like, here's our video. Oh yeah, we forgot. Here's the schedule. Like right at the end, here's the schedule. Like, we want to know who you're playing every week. Davante Adams dropped a better fucking video than the Raiders did. I don't know if you guys saw that one. Davante Adams dropped a video where he's like, it's a promotional video for the hotels where he's getting paid for it, but he's like, hey, Cleveland Browns, we're dog friendly here in Vegas at our hotels and all this stuff. And he has a better release video because I think teams forget that it's not, and the Chargers do a great job at it. It's not a video to pump your fucking team up. We're not looking for that. We're looking for where you're playing at. And here's the crazy thing. Like my wife was like, she was asking me like, well, when do they get the schedule? Like, do they only get like a day to get? I go, yeah, maybe they get the dates that day, like Wednesday morning. Here's the dates, but they know all fucking off season who they're playing, where they're playing these teams. So you can't tell me these PR departments or these social media departments aren't having these films ready. Like, you have 6 months basically to make a video for this day. And that's why I don't like the Miami one. I thought that was cheap as shit. Like, oh, here, it's good. I mean, you can love him and be like, oh, we're a fast team. Oh, cool. Maybe Tyreek Hill's fast too because he's about to have his 10th kid too. God damn.
All right.
Okay, that Davante Adams one was pretty good, Joe, because he was almost like welcoming. Like, we welcome Browns fans here. We welcome the Chargers fans here. We want them to come stay at these hotels, but you know that Davante's just going to cook everyone up come Sunday. He's not going to be so welcoming and nice.
Well, what did he say at the end? The only thing that we don't cover, the only thing in Vegas that's not covered is me.
Yeah.
That's a good line. It sounds like he had a good writers and a good production team, and that's really what you need. A lot of these teams have social media departments, and I think one of the things that makes the Chargers probably a little more superior in this is that they have more access to artists out here that have been trying to make it in different aspects of the entertainment industry. And then you put a lot of time into it, and then you get the right people there. I think that it would be interesting to see them do something different where it is like, I think they could probably get a great cinematographer and shoot like a really compelling, like season script, like sort of a trailer version. I think they could do one of those.
You don't want to get somebody dressed up and acting like Nick Bosa and talking the whole time?
That was stupid. That was so stupid. But I did like the Steelers one, Joe. Did you see that one where they had to try and make James Harrison laugh, but nothing worked? Nothing worked. James Harrison just looked like a frightening monster the whole time. They're like, and even Russ asked him, like, how'd you get this gig? And he's like, it's because I can do this. He just stares at him.
It's James Harrison reminds me of the kind of person that only smiles when he like hurts somebody or he's with his family. Like, I don't think that even if he hung out with like Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart, like the top comedians, that he would be like super jovial. Just doesn't strike me as a very serious, tough human being.
Charger fans make me laugh all the time.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to be great this year. We're the best team ever.
Bill Flames, I went Mike on the mic. With something brand new, one time for your mind. He gave you fair warning. Now it's time to smack him in the mouth with that raw sports talk from the town. Sweet chin music to your favorite sportscaster.